Issue 25, Combat Patrol. A pair of shades and a new brush. Hello and welcome to The Lucky Roll, an eclectic channel for eclectic games, and today we're going to be looking at the Hachette Collection's Combat Patrol issue 25. Now this comes with two shades and an actual shade brush. Now the interesting about kind of paint or shade issues I should say is that they come with plenty of lore, and this one is no different. Now it does give you some aspects of shading at the start, both for null and oil, which is kind of very good for weapons, and Carbon Crimson, which is good for kind of flesh and Tyranids. It just gives you a few different examples on how to use it on the models that you have so far. But what we are more interested in here is the actual lore. Now, again, this has been a good series of issues for me because I don't know that desperate amount about the Aeldari. And the Aeldari that we have are called the Saim-Hann. Basically, they're among the oldest and fiercest Aeldari warriors who would have a very kind of warrior culture. They were one of the first craft worlds to separate from the Aeldari Empire, and their whole thing is the snake. So they're based on speed and warfare and bravery. They have, of course, are an ancient culture, and they would definitely be a more warrior type of thing, but also if you were looking at, say, their comparison in the Imperium, they'd be like the White Scars, and that there's a big focus on speed and bravery in the sense that their youth would actually race their elder Aeldars for the right to ride some of the actual jet bikes, and you've got the Wild Rider clans here, so you actually get a few of these jet bikes in the next few issues, which are cool little things to make and paint as well. It also gives you some of the Aeldari pantheon. So the Aeldari, of course, had plenty of gods before their fall. Just to give you an idea, at the head of the pantheon was Osirian, the Phoenix King and the oldest of the gods. Beneath him stood his brother Cain and many other gods besides. And the Aeldari themselves are said to be descended from Isha, the god of the harvest, and Kurnos, the god of the hunt, who had the first Aeldari child, Eldanesh. On seeing her child alone, Isha wept, and from these tears the forests and oceans of the Aeldari foam world were formed, and the rest of the pantheon wished to give the child gifts also. And so Osirian himself gave the child and his descendants wisdom and self-knowledge. Hoth, the wanderer, gave the Aeldari a sense of adventure. Mora Haig, the mistress of fate, gave them foresight. The child's father, Kurnos, gave them desire, and many other gifts were given besides. Only Cain gave the Aeldari nothing, wishing to teach them that they were owed nothing and must take for themselves what they needed to survive. Now, the interesting thing is that most of those names there don't really count anymore, because with the birth of Slaanesh destroyed most of their gods. Of the gods who remain, there's only two of them. Cain, the bloody-handed god who refused to give the Aeldari a gift, and Kagorok, the laughing god. So Cain went into battle against Slaanesh and died. Well, not died, but got smashed into bits. So a lot of those bits are still in the universe and are used by the Aeldari as the avatar of Cain. And Kagorok is basically the laughing god, which is what these things are called, the harlequins that would kind of walk the path between kind of insanity and order, kind of a big cosmic joke for the Aeldari. And as time went on, a third god was formed, the Ennead, god of the dead. So you have here some of the different characters. So the Phoenix Lords, of course, would be kind of, they would worship the avatar of Cain. You have the Incarnate, which is the basically the god of dead, and of course the actual avatar of Cain itself. Some interesting stuff there on the actual Aeldari pantheon, and you have here, of course, the Tyranid faction abilities and different aspects of that and how to kind of use them properly in your issues of Combat Patrol. Now in this actual issue you get two shades and a shade brush. So I won't talk about them too long because shades are shades, but Carbon Crimson is a good shade. Quite useful, but the one that will be most useful of all is Null and Oil. This is the shade that has actually run out because so many people use it, and because it's so useful for things like weapons like lead belcher and swords and anything like that. It's also, I think, the pot that's opened the most frequently, so is spilt the most often. But I actually believe during COVID that there was a shortage of Nuln Oil. It was such a popular paint. And of course you have here a Citadel shade brush, which is size M, that allows you to kind of use them effectively. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was issue 25 of Combat Patrol. As always, if you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And until next time, this is Sean, signing off.